Yo, peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another video. Hope y'all doing well. Hope your day going good, and if not, I hope the rest of your day get better wherever you at in the world. But we're gonna jump straight into the topic of this video. So this topic is gonna be called Time doesn't exist in certain realms. The illusion of time. Time doesn't exist in certain realms. The illusion of time. So, for people out there, I know that y'all heard a lot of people say that time doesn't exist and time isn't real, and I feel like people don't elaborate enough when they say that, because when they say that, it sounds very vague and just very just not very descriptive. So when some people hear people say that, they're like, "What do you mean? Like time doesn't exist?" So you're telling me you don't have to be at work on time, you don't have to be at school at time, on time, you don't have to do this on time, you don't have to do this by deadline. So it causes a lot of confusion when people say that and they don't really go in detail. Some people do go in detail, talk about how um, time can, it's a certain time here in this state or this city, and then it's another time in this other place and stuff like that. But I want to go deeper into elaborating more in descriptive so people can get understanding better why people say that. So we all know Earth, the 3D realm, the Matrix. We already know it's a matrix system. So a lot of things down here that you could do on Earth is just out of this world. We are superhuman for a reason, and there's many different reasons of why there's things that you can do out of this world in the Matrix. Anything is possible in the Matrix on the third realm perspective and viewpoint. But when people say that in this 3D realm of Earth that time doesn't exist, they mean that time is bendable, if that's even a word. But time, you can bend time very easily in the third realm of Earth, in the matrix system. Excuse me. Meaning that, yes, in other places there might be a certain time, and then you might go somewhere else across the globe and it's a different time zone. You see how they did daylight saving times, putting time forward, sometimes putting the time back. So this is what I mean by why people say time doesn't exist, because time is bendable. So time is an illusion. Not that, excuse me, told you about the cat hair getting on my eye. So it's not that, when it comes to the digital clock of viewing things in the matrix system in the third realm of Earth, you can bend time very easily, just the same way you can do other things. You can bend things at your will. This is why it might be a different time somewhere else than where you are. Why they play with the time, putting it forward and then putting it back. They're bending it to their will of things. Now, the thing with that, it could be beneficial to you or it cannot be beneficial to you. Just like I said about putting the time forward and putting it back, it doesn't benefit us really when they do that. That's sort of a new thing. They said it's a reason why, but really it's something that benefits, the people that control that and, do all that funny stuff with the time, to throw people off, because it throws everything off, the ecosystem, people, the animals, everything, when they play with the time like that. There's really no reason, but except for that, when they do that, it throws things off to their will and stuff like that. So it takes you out of your element, takes you out of synchronicity with the earth, and those are the reasons why. But that's what they mean by the illusion of time not existing down here on this realm of Earth in the matrix system, because time is bendable down here, if that's even a word. I keep saying that. But you can bend time very easy in this realm to your will. So that's back to the time zones, time forward and time back. Also, but you need time in this matrix system because you need to be able to time travel. You need to be able to do timeline jumping. So you need that digital clock in order to do that as well. And also, when you go to when you go to other worlds, other realms, say like if you're in the dream state, down there time is very different. Now, this is why, I don't know if you've seen the movie Inception, but you should go check it out. It's very, very, very great, fantastic movie, especially when it comes to this and talking in depth of things with time and the mind and everything. But besides that point, but when it comes to going to other realms and other worlds, time is very different down there. So is very different than the time that's on this realm of the matrix of 3D Earth. So you go to other realms in the dream state, or when you're in the dream state, you could be, say you fall asleep for like 5-10 minutes. You wake back up out of the dream state, you like, damn, it felt like I was sleeping for like an hour. That's because time down there is a different type of illusion. It really don't exist down there for real in those dream states. This is why people wake up in dreams within a dream within a dream, because the time down there is not like how you could bend it on the 3D realm of Earth. You can bend it and play with time here, and you can still be present and still not get lost. If you do that down there, you can get lost in the dream state. This is why some people, when they go into comas, they be asleep for a long time, and they didn't know that some people have been asleep for a year within the coma, they didn't even know until they woke up, or months. This is why, because when you're in that dream state, you can get lost down there if you're playing with time like that. That's why you don't play with time down there. That's why people don't play with time down there, because you really could get lost down there. And then this is why sometimes you're having dreams, you think you woke up, but you're in another dream. You just went to another level. You wake up again, you're still within the dream. So you're within dreams, within dreams, within dreams. Because time down there is totally different. It really don't exist down there. And you can't really be bending it like how you can do in the matrix realm of Earth. Because if you start playing with time down there, you really could get lost and you might never wake up. And this happened with people plenty of times, where people died in their sleep, or they was playing with stuff and got lost, or they was trying to go into another world and astral travel. This is why they tell you not to play with astral travel if you don't know what you're doing. Because it's back what I'm saying. In that realm, the time, you cannot play with time or bend time like that, because if you're playing with time like that in that realm, in the dream realm, or in the spirit realm, you will get lost and you can get trapped down there at a level that you will have the hardest time trying to get out, or you might never get out. It's even people that do even certain, I don't know, people that don't believe in it, but the stuff is very real. It's people that do spells to make people go into those type of trances and those type of illusions where they're stuck somewhere in their mind and they just can't get up, and they have to fight to find a way to get out of it. This is why I'm saying the difference of bending time on Earth with the illusion of time versus trying to do that in other realms. You can't play with time like that at bend it. If you try to play with it and bend time like that, you can get lost down there. You might never ever return. Back to what I was saying about this, why they tell you to be careful with trying to astral travel into other worlds and stuff like that when it comes to those things, because you could get lost if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're not spiritually grounded with your body on Earth while you're doing that. Because that's basically what you're doing when you go into the dream state or you go into the spirit realm. You're basically leaving your body and you're going somewhere, you're traveling. But if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to get out of there and reconnect to this body back on Earth, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You're going to be stuck there. You might never wake up. You might never reach your full body. You're back to your body here on Earth. So this is what I mean by people going into depth explaining why they say time doesn't exist in certain realms, well, especially on Earth realms specifically. That's what they say, because of the illusion of time and how you can bend time on Earth. But when you go to other worlds and realms and dream states, it's a different thing when it comes to time. You cannot play with time like how you can do on Earth, on the 3D matrix, because you can bend many things in the matrix. That's why it's called the matrix. So and I wrote some other stuff down because I didn't want to lose no other stuff. So we went over the dream state, time travel, and timeline jumping. Oh yeah, more in depth for the timeline jumping. So that brings to the next point. We also got to remember, time was not just only called that for a digital or analog clock. Time was also a reference for when it came to an age or something, or a date. Whether you're talking about AD, BC, whatever time you're talking about, a specific age, ruling, dark ages, or whatever, even ages before that, time was also referred to as that before we really started talking about digital clocks and analogs and stuff like that. Well, you got to remember that. So that's back to timeline jumping, or be able to go back in time. There's people that can do that. There's people that have that ability to be able to do that, timeline jump somewhere into the future, or even go back to the past to even look back at certain things to get certain knowledge, or even change certain things to bring it back here to make a difference. There's people, believe it or not, there's people that can do that. That's back to people that be able to leave their body to go into the spirit. There's people that's gifted that can do that. But that's back to that. So we also have to remember that time was not only when it came to a digital or analog clock, it was also a reference of a specific date or ages. And you need that time, even though they say time is doesn't exist on Earth as far as that. You need that time because you need time also to do time travel and timeline jumping. And that's not restricted to just a digital clock. That's also when it comes to a date or a specific age and stuff like that. So there's people, whether you doing something futuristic and you see something in the future, or you was able to timeline jump into something else that others can't do, or whether you're going back into a certain date and you're able to go to that, whether you're doing it through astral traveling or whether you're doing it through meditation. There's many people that once you're doing those things for years, you can get to that level where you're able to do that. And like nothing, you can go into meditation and go to the future or go into the past or go to another country or state, whatever it is, and your body is still here on this earth, but your spirit is somewhere else in the dream state or in the spirit realm, and you get your answers or you get whatever you need, the knowledge to bring it back here. So we also have to remember that when it comes to people referring to time doesn't exist, because on the Matrix 3D Earth, they're just referring to it as an illusion because you can bend it and you can play with it and you can bend it to your will to do certain things like that when it comes to changing the time, or when it comes to going to other realms and other worlds, or when it comes to timeline jumping, or when it comes to time travel. So we also have to remember those things as well. And even when you're talking about, or just want to check the time, even when you talk about things when it comes to like space, in space they refer to things as light years ahead. If you hear that phrase, oh, that person was light years ahead. Certain people that live in those worlds or those planets, the technology that they have is totally different than the technology on this matrix realm. That's why they things, if you see some of the spaceships or the certain crafts, hovercrafts, I guess you could say, that they have, it moves way faster than anything could ever be built to go in the air from this matrix system, because the technology and the time up there is totally different. That's why they call it light years. This is why certain planets, if we was to try to travel to certain planets, it would take 15 to 20 years to get to certain planets. This is why some of them can't do that, because it's back to the technology and the time difference in that realm is totally different. So this is what I'm saying about why we got to understand why people saying that. It's because the illusion of time and bending it at will, and then the power of time in certain realms. Same way I said the power of you cannot play with time like that in the dream state or in the spirit realm, because if you're trying to play with it and bend it to your will, like how you doing on Earth, you can get trapped down there and you can get even killed if you don't know what you're doing. You can't do that like how you can bend time to your will on the Matrix Earth and be able to still be here in your body or still come back and be present, or still be present while you're doing it. That's totally different if you're trying to do that up there. And on other realms, there's the lower realms, the higher realms is totally different. 3D is in the middle of all those other realms. So you can do that down here on this middle realm, but that's the middle ground. You can do that on the middle ground. But on those other realms and all that, and space and all that, playing with that, you could really cause some real damage to yourself and your soul and trying to find your way back. But like I was saying, back with the stuff up there, that's why they say it's light years ahead, because of the speed of light. That's why you hear the phrase, oh, that person was fast. It was like the speed of light, because it's, boom, it's different. Time is way different up there. It's way, like I said, if we was to try to go to certain planets, it would take 15, 20 years, sometimes even more with certain planets. We ain't no way we doing that. We ain't gonna make it. We don't got the technology to do that like that, because if we doing that and trying to travel, we ain't gonna make it. The travel, the time and everything, and to be able to withstand that for that long, it's not gonna happen. So this is the things of people saying when it comes to travel, timeline jumping, and time being an illusion, and time not existing on the 3D Earth Matrix realm. So yeah, I just wanted to leave y'all with that, man. Hope all is well. Hope y'all doing your thing. Like I always say, whether we jog, whether we run, whether we crawl, whether we jog, whether we run, sprint, or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing you can do is crawl to your destination. But like I say, somehow, some way, we got to make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. Keep doing your thing. Stay goal-oriented, stay focused. Until the next topic. Peace.